Welcome everybody, Farm Sim Snowy here. In this video we're going to look at new mods released today for Farming Simulator 19. The following 8 mods on your screen have all had updates today. First up, we've got this beast. This is the John Deere 8760/8960 by Sid Moddin. It's 14 slots on console, which is quite low for a John Deere. Very nice looking tractor. So if we jump in, this actually sounds awesome as well. Get a bit closer so we can hear. Start her up. Purring away. Only has a top speed of 19 miles an hour though. Horn. Lights. I went for the extra set of lights, which gives you those two on the side at the front there, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Indicators up the top, front and back. In cab, nicely detailed. Clock up there displaying the right time. Nice little, it's like cloth material roof. Nice detail. This you will find under vehicles, under large tractors, all the way to the end there. There you go. 79,999 base price. But if we go in here, straight away there on the wheel setup, you get hit with a 20,000 fee for those wheels. The cheapest set of wheels is down to 16,000, but you've already got that as a starting price, so it's not as cheap as it may seem. So your main colour, we've got new, used 1, which obviously gives you a slightly faded older look. Used 2. Your design colour is the same, used 1, and that does the front bonnet or hood, whatever you want to call it, where the numbers are. You can just sort of see the difference. I think that one's probably see it slightly more, slightly darkened to the rest of it. Fuel tank. Oh no, fuel tank, that's what I want. Adds extra capacity fuel tank, so it takes us, it's one of those annoying menus, from 833 up to 1363. Wheel brands, we've got Midas, Trelleborg, Michelin, and back to Midas. Then Midas, we've got the TM 800R38 joules, the same with weights on the rears, weights on the front and rears. TM 900 710 joules, again weight on the rears, weights on the front and rears. the TM900, that's your singles, TM1250s, and then back to those. Trelleborg TM800 duals, again, weights on the back, weights on the front and back. TM900 710 duals. It's pretty much the same setup across. Oh, we have got a triples here actually, tell a lie. Weights on the back, weights on the front as well. Back to those, there's quite a few here. I won't go through all of them, but you can get the gist of it. Plenty of options. Design standard black, that is going to be your exhaust. You can have standard bronze, standard silver flat, silver pipe, and back to standard black. Attachers, we've got standard, PTO or 3-point hitch. Engine setup, only 2 options, so you got the 8760 at 300 horsepower and then the 8960 at 370 horsepower. Version, we've got the standard or the US version, which puts your little side sort of indicator things there. Then you've got the standard Aussie version, which puts that oversized sign on the front. And then you've got the Aussie extender version, which puts the side indicators on as well, and back to standard. Windows regular, dark tint level 1, there is no level 2, back to regular. Green star, no. Standard or standard 2 puts it in the center, back to no. Additional front lights, which is what I went for, yes or no, and that is it. Next up we've got this is the Reich, I think I said that right, RT160 by Agrotechnic Nordefell. This is 12 slots on console. Nice detail there with all the bolts, the little cages on the lights, rear lights. Let's just hook up to it. Lights, all work, indicators. You've got options for tip side back, tip side left, tip side right, tip side grain door, tip side back, just like so. Nice smooth animation. I'll just do one of the tip sides left, I think was next. Tip side left. Obviously tip side right is going to be the same but the opposite. Very nice indeed. This you'll find under tools, under trailers. There you go. The Rice RT160 takes pretty much everything, but this has got a nice little touch actually. If we go into the main menu, main colour, anything out of those, I quite like that orange actually. Capacity 16,000, 18,000. You can have it as an animal transport trailer, which is quite handy. A bell loading wagon, and bell loading wagon with the side flaps down. And back to the 16,000 capacity. Wheel setup T404s, Ride Max FL693Ms, back to the 404s. Attacher type is trailer, or you can have trailer low. So if we come back out of there, it says down the bottom there, if you have it as the animal transport, it takes 4 cows, 5 pigs, 6 sheep or 3 horses. Moving on from there, we've got this, another trailer. This is the Lizard NS900H by Aggro Sketch. This is 8 slots on console. Let's hook up to it. Again, lights will work as you would expect. Indicators. On this we've got tip side back, tip side grain door. Tip side back. I quite like the long arms for the rear door coming out, that's quite nice. Cool. This one you'll find again in tools under trailers. There we go. Again, it takes pretty much everything. You can change the main colour, which is going to be your chassis, your rim colour, anything on that palette. Let's go for pretty pink, just so you can see it. Design colour is obviously going to be, well, it's not your main colour because it's your design colour. The body, capacity 11,000, can go up to 13,000, and that starts adding the boards on the top, so you can go 17,000, 20,000, and then back to 11. Wheel brands, Lizard, Trelleborg, no options on either of those two, and your design is going to be with worn-in decals, which is front and rear. Fenders, just puts that little fender there over the wheels at the back, and then you can have fenders and worn-in decals. So moving on from there, let's jump in this to do the next ones. Next we've got the Joskin Tornado 3, which is by Mifu FS. This is 6 slots on console. Let's just turn that off because that is loud. It's a manure spreader. Again, very nicely detailed. This spreads at 15 meters wide. Let's hook up to it. So, unfold manure spreader. Lifts the back up, come out a little bit, turn on spreader, there we go. Does exactly what you'd expect it to. This you will find under tools, under manure spreaders, Tornado 3, 49,000 to buy. Let's have a look at the options. Change the rim colour, orange or grey. No other options on that. Colours. Wheel brand Trelleborg, Michelin, Midas, back to Trelleborg. Trelleborg standard inverted wheels, which is basically just the tread going the opposite way. Back to standard. Michelin's standard inverted again, and I'm guessing Midas is the same. Very nice. Next up we have, let's turn that off because that is loud, that tractor. This is the linear distributor from Shabba. This is 6 slots on console. Basically it's another sort of attachment for your slurry tanks, which increases your spread. So this will spread at 14.8 meters, but it does need to be hooked up to a slurry tank for it to work, obviously. So let's get hooked up. So yeah, it just sits on the back there, and the pipe actually attaches. So if we detach that again, look, as we come up, the pipe connects up. Coming forward. Now earlier it says, let's get in a bit closer. Says lower slurry distributor. I did that earlier. It's not actually, doesn't actually do anything. So whether it's just because of the tank that I'm using, it might work with another one, I don't know. Still, turn on spreader. There you go, sprays it out to 14.8 meters. Spreading them up. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, let's turn that off. Next, we've got this. This is the John Deere 1113 by Eric Isaac, Adriano Ivanchio and Aggro mods. This is 14 slots on console. It's a planter. It just does your standard planter crops, so like corn, sunflower, soybeans, cotton, sugar beets. It's really nicely detailed. Holds seed and fertilizer. So I'll just show you it first before we go any further with anything else, because there's a couple of little tricks up its sleeve. So obviously you can change from corn, sunflower, soybeans, sugar beet, cotton. Come down a little bit closer. Let's turn on the sower. Lower it down. You got your ridge markers if you need them. I won't use them for this. And off we go. Planting corn. I'll leave that one there because I'll show you this. It comes as a sort of pack with this attachment bar, which is called a tandem. This here, so you can attach two to the back, so it doubles your width. Because I think the single one's 7.5 meters. Am I right in saying that? So you've got two together. It's going to give you 15 meter planter, which is very nice. I will just show you this one in action as well. And obviously if you've got it in this configuration, it doesn't drop them both at once, so you're going to have to, let's get so you can see the tools. Now see, I'm on the middle tool, that is actually the tandem, so we need to be on the back one, like that. So if we turn on the sower and we lower the sower, that's only going to drop one. So then we need to press the triangle again to select the other one, turn that one on, lower that one, they're both down, off we go. And then we have to go click through again to turn them on and off. If you open the cover, it will just open the seeds first, but if you keep that held down and press open, it says open next cover, that will shut the seeds and open up the fertilizer, and then shut that. Done. This you will find on the tools under planters. There it is there, John Deere 1113. Like I say, 7.5 meter width, runs at 9 miles per hour, takes seed and fertilizer, just does your corn, sunflower, soybeans, sugar beet and cotton. The only options you've got is standard right extension, which puts that tiny little ladder there. So if we go that side, now put it on the left side, so if we go right side again, see it disappears and it appears over there. Now when I first come across that, I thought, well, do you need to have the opposites so they sit flush together when you've joined them together? But I actually got it wrong, and I ended up with the two sort of ladder type things facing in against each other, and it's still hooked up, still let me use it, and it's still, so I'm not 100% sure what the extensions are about. But there you go. As for the tandem, that is under tools, under miscellaneous. There you go. That is 10,000 to buy, and that is only one slot, which is quite good. Oh, and another thing to point out, actually, just to tell you, if you do go for two of these, after you've bought the first one, it drops down to one slot for the second one, which is pretty good. Moving on from there, I need this again. Oh, see, I've done that wrong. There we go. We have got let's just come out first. This is the Comprina F155XC by ARM Team. This is 13 slots. And it comes as a twin pack. They're both the same style and that, but one of them, let's have a look at them quick. So you'll find them in tools under baling technology. One can only be used, this one here, with the straw harvest add-on mod, but this one is the standard usual baler. I'll go into them now while we're here. You can change the rim colour. It's the same on both of them, so I'll only go through one. Do anything on that palette. Your main colour changes anything on there, and you will set up. So you've got the 500/50R17 singles, 500/55R20 singles. Then we go to a 500/50R17 tandem, 500/55R20 tandem. Those are your options for that. It says in the mod hub about the straw harvest add-on one. It says, where are we? The mod comes with a variable chamber system and produces 1.20 wide and 1.10, 1.30, 1.55 and 180 high bales of hay, grass or straw with impressive densities and excellent shape. I've not used the straw harvest add-on yet, so I've no idea what any of that means, but hopefully some of you guys will know what that is. So we've got a little bit of grass already prepared. Turn on baler. You don't have to unfold it. And off we go, collecting our grass. I've probably not put enough down now to make a bale, which is going to be annoying if I have. Oh, are we going to get there? No, we're not, are we? Ah, man. Just need a little bit more. It's not going to let me unload, is it? No. Oh well, sorry I messed up there. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Moddin Polish Stable by Powell K20. This is 11 slots on console, and it's a little stable for your horses. It holds 4 horses. Come up here, there's your animal dialogue box. I'll just get 4 in there. There we go. This gate opens. You got your feed troughs there, and your water trough there. You can go inside. Now, I came in here and I thought, that's got to be for the straw. I drove in and out from both directions. I got tight over to this side. I was tight over to that side. I couldn't get the trigger to come up at all. So, I don't know if that's going to need an update or not. I'll show you the rest while I'm in it. This door's open out there. I even opened this gate, backed in here with a trailer. Couldn't get anything to appear in there. And you got a little room here with some of your tools in. There is a light here. There we go. Which lights up the main building. Oh, and this little room there. This door opens as well. Nicely detailed with the rendering outside on the walls. This one you'll find under placeables, under animal pens, right at the end there. 30,500 to buy. Like I say, holds 4 horses. So moving on from there, we've got this, the Millennial Farm Silo by the Stubby. This is 20 slots, holds 950,000 litre capacity. It just holds your standard crop, so, but it is quite cool. So I've got a trailer full of wheat here. If you pull in here now, no trigger, I hear you ask. So I'll turn that off so you can hear it better. We've got little controls over here to turn it on. Start, stop, auger. Fires up. There we go. We've got our wheat trigger. I do believe this only stays on, when you turn it on, I'm sure it only stays on for about 60 seconds. So we'll just wait and see if it does cut off. Hopefully it will. It's probably going to be the longest minute of my life. There we go. Off. Gone off. Now, we have got an auger pipe there. So if we back up, we've got nothing coming up there to fill that trailer up. And I thought, that's right, I'm going to have to just turn it back on. So I turned it back on. Come back round. Still nothing. Another trick up its sleeve. Come in the little shed here. So it says CP mode on. You get a funky little tune when you turn it on. That goes red. And it also glows red there as well to let you know it's on. Now we jump back in the tractor. There we go, we've got our start filling. So we can get our wheat from there. Like I say, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, corn. That's all you can store in this. So that's quite cool. In fact, I didn't want to load that up, did I? So now I'm going to have to turn this back on. Just so I can tip it. Because we're not done. There's 2 more augers around the back where you can get your crops out of. So we'll just get rid of this. And then we'll go round. So there we go. There's your next auger. Now this one's got a separate on-off switch just down here. Start, stop, silo, unload. Back in the trailer. There we go. We can put our crops back in. Moving round to the third one. Just here. This one has got a control there, but you don't actually have to turn it on. If you come up to it, look, it's not coming up with a start stop. So that one you don't need to turn on. It's just there. So quite cool. Very big as well. This you'll find under placeables, under silos. Millennial farm silo, 350,000 to buy. 950,000 litre capacity. I think I've already said that. Just your standard crop sow. Moving on from there to our last one, which is right over there, so bear with me. We have got this beast, which is the John Deere 8000 container carrier by Shabba VSR Modding Sir. It's 44 slots on console. It is a John Deere after all. Basically it's a forage harvester, but it has an IT runner attached to the back, so you can hook your containers on and go and do your chaffing or whatever you're doing, your poplars, and collect it in the back. So let's have a quick look. So extend the arm out, pull forward a little bit, come back, attach L1 and X load container. What I will say is I think it, although this does fit on it, I think it's mainly for the larger of the IT runner packs, because you got a little bit of a gap there behind the trailer, but it's not a problem. So let's unfold our harvester, pipe out. And go chaffing. So there we are chaffing and the trailer is filling up. So what you could do really, maybe you could get a worker to start this off. When he's full, jump in, drop the container off, get another container set up. You could run backwards and forwards with a couple of containers and another IT runner, obviously. There you go. That is that. This you will find under vehicles, under forage harvesters. There it is, the John Deere 8000 container carrier, 280,000 to buy. Once you've bought the first one, it goes down to 3 slots there. Let's have a look at the options. It's got some cool colours actually for the main colours, so you can choose any of these. Let's come around a bit more. Then we start getting some graphite colours. And satin. That's got a nice shine to it, hasn't it? It really annoys me when these menus keep resetting themselves. But you get the gist. There's quite a few there. Graphite black. That looks quite smart. Rim colour. Anything on that palette. Again, we got some of the graphite and satin stuff there. Lovely. Design colour, that's going to be your pipe. There we are. Wheel brand, Michelin, Midas, back to Michelin. Wheel setup, front wheels broad, it's basically just wider tyres. Back to standard front wheels. Midas, exactly the same, front wheels front wheels broad. Design beacon, front beacons plus one rear. I struggled to find this earlier, but it is actually on the trailer, just underneath the little hazard 40 sign there. And then you can have front beacons and two rear, so you go from one rear to two rear, just two rear beacons, back to none. Engine setup, we can have the 8600 at 640 horsepower, the 8700 at 760 horsepower, the 8800 at 880 horsepower, and then back to the 640 horsepower. Very cool. And I think that is the last of the mods for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.